So I'm in my canoe and I got my fishing partner right there patiently waiting. She's pretty good about it. Okay, get in. Good doggy. Now we can fish. Nice peaceful lake. It's way down. As you can see the dock over there, it is usually just above the water at full pool. And this dock over here, the water is just barely touching the bottom edge of it when it's at full pool. So you can see we're way down. There's a little spur sticking out right there. That is used to be a dam, so I'm on a pond, original pond that was built before this lake was actually built. So let's try a lure. Yesterday's wacko worm still hitting them. It's a little bass, but hey, there's what's left of the worm. That's only about a third of the total length of the worm. And there's the first fish. In case you're wondering, there's a light spot right there in the water. That's a Christmas tree. I'm sure you can't see it. It's under the water a little ways, but it's a Christmas tree that my boss gave me one year to put in there, and that's where I caught a monster last weekend. I was so happy. But anyway, that's what I'm fishing right now, is a little bit of structure right at the edge of our pond. Moved to another area of the lake in the shade. My dog's black and she gets real hot. She sits very patiently and waits. She loves being out here on the boat, but I wanted her to be a little bit cooled off, so I brought her over into the shade. We'll fish this area for a little while. For those of you that are wondering, this is the wacko worm that I'm talking about. I picked this up in Wisconsin at Dick's Bait Shop. It's nothing to do with Dick's Sporting Goods. It's totally private enterprise. And they come with a cylinder. Hang on a second. So this is the cylinder, and it's got O-rings on it. And you drop that worm down inside there and slip that O-ring up over the top of that cylinder until it pops onto the wacko worm. Then you can hook it with a hook, and they just drag sideways, and it drives the bass crazy. They love it. So I'm going to switch to this Berkley Power Bait, and this is one that I've used in the past, and it usually works really well, especially for the larger fish. They like the purple for some reason. Anyway, I'm going to give it a shot. Okay, so 15 seconds later, I have my first fish already. Hard to believe they hit that like that, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to change them up a little bit. Well, it's kind of nice. You can see through the water fairly well here. You can see a lot of moss floating around on the pond. I treated it yesterday with about, I don't know, 160 pounds of, what's that stuff called? Copper sulfate. Yeah, Cutrine. Anyway, third fish. And it's a nice one. Not keepable, but you know the nice thing about these little fish on this little bitty pond is we don't have size restrictions. So the littler ones actually taste better than the larger ones if you don't mind cleaning them and, you know, picking through the bones. Okay, I want to show you this real quick. This particular dock here was built actually on top of the ice when they put it in. And as you can see, it's overhead right now. I actually paddled under it when I was treating the lake last night, or yesterday. But when this lake is at full pool, I have actually paddled over the top of this particular dock. So that gives you some idea how low this lake is this year. It's been going down for about 3 years now, but we haven't had any rain. We have not had enough rain to refill it, so we just keep dealing with it. Got to keep fishing, you know. Okay, so here's the fourth one. I don't know if you noticed, but my dog doesn't even care. She could care less that I'm catching fish. But if I cook them up, then she wants them. She's a finicky eater. And there's number 5. Okay, so I changed up again. I'm using a crappie jig with a brown grub worm, and I managed to catch another small bass. I was trying to get a little bit deeper in the hopes of getting something a little bit bigger, so all I can do is try.